and start. Alrighty, hey you guys, girls, and everyone in between. This is Rebellious Pastry here, and I know that I'm doing audio games 2 times in a row because, I know this week was supposed to be a hobby interview show, but I decided to go ahead and do 2 in a row and 2 in a row since it would make more sense to do a Halloween audio game than a Halloween hobby interview show. And since the interview show isn't that I don't know, specific as for other back when I did the talk show, I did two streams of each holiday, but since the talk show doesn't happen anymore, due to reasons that I've mentioned before, but I'm not gonna mention again. But yeah, so we're doing 2 audio games episodes in a row. And then, I also have an Instagram, which isn't new news, I don't think. And if it is new news, then where were you in a month? Reasons that and then, Instagram, and then I'm gonna have a Halloween special this Saturday. And then my Inktober community tabs are going great. And yeah, make sure to check out my community tabs and my Instagram. Danny, do you have any, announcements? Or any, social media to share?
No, I do not. Not so big on, social media stand base sort of thing.
Yeah, when it comes to me, pretty much the only social media I do is Pastry. So yeah, if my name's gonna be dropped, it's definitely not gonna be through a fan finding my personal social media accounts that don't exist. But that's beside the point. So, so you have nothing to share?
No, I don't.
Alrighty. So, now let's go ahead and go into the show. So, what would you do? We've done this multiple times on the history of this channel, but I feel like we've gotten new. I'm gonna say I think I've gotten at least 100 subscribers since I did this last time. But what would you do is basically your scenarios type stream. What would you do if but yeah, how the fans will participate is, oh man, my DMs. Okay, I'm getting distracted here, but alright, so how the fans will participate is that me and Danny have thought of some what would you do questions. Mostly Danny, but I'll figure out stuff on the fly because I've done this show so many different times. But yeah, so we're gonna ask each other and ourselves, what would we do in a specific situation? Now, I said that it was gonna be a Halloween theme, but since it literally snowed when I woke up this morning, I'm going to say, if it involves snow or if it involves Halloween, then you're good. It can be haunted house, but yeah, please keep all of your what would you do questions PG, please. But anyways, Danny, since you actually came up with what would you do questions, would you like to start?
Sure. I'm gonna do these in no particular order, so I'm gonna start with one random. Okay, here's a good one. You're home alone, but you hear footsteps in your house. What do you do? Or what would you do?
what would I do if I heard footsteps right outside my house and I'm home alone? Um, I think I would go ahead and grab a kitchen knife and then see what's going on. Just go ahead and grab a kitchen knife and then try to find the footsteps, because it could be some lost person trying to get home, or it could be someone that is actually meaning harm. So, yeah, I would go
Yeah,
ahead and
that's cool.
grab a knife and figure out what is making that racket. What would you do?
If I was home alone and I heard footsteps in my house, I would most likely go and investigate. Maybe have some sort of, I would say, weapon on me, just in case. Um, because you never know. Like you said, it could be someone mean to do harm, or
What's
someone just got lost.
what's that background noise?
Oh, sorry, that was a plane. I'm outside.
Okay, why are you outside?
I don't know. I like the cold.
Oh man,
All type of person.
dude, I would never do a stream outside, but then again, I have a very clunky computer. And you have a phone. But, I mean, I made it so that you could literally call in from. If potatoes had electricity, then. If potatoes had a screen, you would be able to even call from a potato with how I have my stuff set up. But that's
Yeah,
beside the point.
yeah.
Um, what would you do if you were home alone, um, and the power was out, and you were stuck due to you were stuck inside your house due to the snow? What would you do? Home
Why was
alone,
I
home alone, power's out, trapped inside your
power
house due to snow.
trapped inside my house? Power out.
Power out.
I know. Okay. I would say the first thing I'll do, find some sort of like flashlight. That way it doesn't seem as dark. That way you have some sort of light with you a little bit. First thing, just to be safe, because you don't want to go wandering around in the dark, trying to feel your way through the walls, or say that you have night vision, like you're um like a wizard or something.
A wizard? Dude, we're humans.
I'm aware of that. I'm not saying, I'm not saying I am a wizard. I'm just saying you don't want to and be like that kind of territory. But yeah, first priority is finding a flashlight. That way you can have something with you.
Hmm.
Trapped in the snow.
Meaning
Oh,
you can't open your door because of how deep the snow is.
right. Um, well, maybe with said flashlight, maybe um, you could you could go to the garage, pull out a snow shovel, maybe try and see if we could start shoveling some of the snow out of the way.
So
That way, you could
you
at least try and open.
so you would try to open through the garage.
Yeah, well, kind of, yeah. I'm saying like if you have a snow shovel in the garage, get the snow shovel, get back to like where the front door was, where there's mostly snow, and see if it could start shoveling from there. That's kind of what I'm saying.
I see. I see. What I'd do
Yeah.
if it was snowing and the power's out would probably be um if the power's out, then I exactly can't just wait it out with a video. I'd literally have to go ahead and figure out. I would probably like grab my phone, depending on if it's charged enough or not. I would probably call
Oh
the
yeah.
people around me, being like, "Hey, is your power also out?" And so that I could see if it was an issue with my stuff or if it was just an issue all around. And then
Right.
I would go ahead and call my neighbors if I had their numbers, being like, "Hey, did you guys get out yet?" If so, then I'd be like, "Hey, I'll pay you if you can get me out, please." But if not, then I would probably do what you did, which is open the garage and then start shoveling. But um the problem is with what you're saying is the garage could literally be frozen shut.
Yeah. Which is why
So,
I said. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
yeah. I would probably ask if anyone else have gotten out first, and then I'd go ahead and try to get out if no one else have gotten out yet. Also, for the people who just joined, we're doing what would you do questions, but Halloween and or snow themed. Ooh,
Okay,
spooky.
that's the thing. That's the thing on my end. I only came up with Halloween related
Yeah,
questions.
I kind of threw in the snow theme last minute because I'm like, oh, it's snow today.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Which I didn't expect.
did um did it snow where you are yet?
Yeah, it kind of started a little bit.
Yeah, it
I
was like
think it's like
whiteout
kind
conditions where I'm at.
of,
But yeah, your turn.
okay, let's see. Um, let's
Hello.
see. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
sorry, I'm here.
yeah. I'm just
Okay.
chilling with the chat. Also, chat, please feel free to go ahead and answer or put in Halloween what would you do questions, and if you can, please put a donut or a zero after your message so that we know that you're talking to us, not each other. Continue.
Okay, I think I found one. I don't know if you would call this a what would you do question, but if you were to commit a murder, how would you go about it?
That isn't a what would you do question.
Yeah, I figured.
Also, I wouldn't want to answer that question on air because then my donut batch would get concerned about me. So, what would you do questions are basically like scenarios. Like what we've already said. But if you want a minute to go ahead and pull up questions, I could ask a what would you do question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find a
Um,
better one.
what would you do if this is gonna be more in the fantasy realm, but what would you do if you walked into a haunted house and as soon as you walked into this haunted house, all of the exterior doors disappeared?
What if you were to walk into a haunted house and all the doors disappeared?
And the
That doesn't really seem fair. Um, I honestly don't even know right now.
you don't
Yeah.
know what you would do?
Hold on, let me just rethink. If I were to walk into a haunted house
And
and
then
there are
all of
zero
the
doors, All the doors disappeared.
All the exterior doors, which means that um all of the interior doors are open.
Um,
And do
and all
not
the
check
interior.
and do not check the chat because the chat has an answer to your question and I don't want you to see it.
Right. Okay, hold on.
Uh, and I have a
Uh,
different answer after you're done answering yours.
Let me recheck the question. But I walk into a haunted house. All the doors disappeared, but only the interior doors have stayed. So only the doors inside the house. Um, Wait. That sounds like a confusing question. Wait, no, it doesn't.
No, it
Because
isn't
most of your way.
because
Talking about the
because
front and back door.
think about this. If you were to walk into your house, you have like the doors
Front
separating
door.
out the room, and then you have the doors that go outside. The doors that go outside are the ones that disappear. So if
So only the door outside.
so if like an example would be if like someone was in the haunted house with you, and if you were to go ahead and go into the bathroom, you wouldn't have to have no door on your bathroom. Unless you're.
Oh,
But yeah.
oh my god.
Uh,
I have to really think about this one.
oh man. I have a feeling once I share the chat's answer, you're going to get very annoyed with me.
I mean, depending on what the answer might be
And
as
then
well.
also with my answer, you would also get kind of annoyed too.
You're
So,
kind of right on that.
um, but yeah, so, oh, wait, did you leave the call? Hold on. Why did you leave the call?
I didn't. I guess it must have done it on its own. I was just
Alrighty,
sitting
then
in the tone. I mean, in
technical
the call.
technical glitches are okay.
Yeah, they
But
are.
yeah. Um what would what is your answer with the what would you do question?
Go into a haunted house, zero doors. Only the interior doors are there. Mm, I mean, it depends. Just I don't know. It's gonna sound like a stupid answer, but since I don't really got anything, but I'll just be braced for whatever might be inside. It could be a
So you would go ahead and be like, I'm ready to take down whatever is in this haunted house. Roar! Like that?
sure. Let's go with that.
All right.
Well, kind of, yeah. You're
So,
honest.
are you ready to hear the chat answers?
Sure.
All right. So GMG says, um, walk out of a window. Just break the window and walk out.
Oh, yeah, that works.
And
Since there are no.
my answer would be to wake up because it was all a dream.
Yeah.
But you
Oh, a
can't.
dream.
It was all a dream.
Everything is agony. It's all a
Alrighty.
figment of
Um.
imagination.
So do you for this question, do you know what Night of the Living Dead is?
Um, I might or might not have heard of Night of the Living Dead. Um,
I'm gonna go ahead and um look at I'm just gonna look at the plot real quick. GMG, please keep in mind that I do not watch horror movies, okay? Um, it is a desperate group of individuals that take refuge in an abandoned house where corpses begin to leave the graveyard in search of fresh human bodies. So it's basically like your standard zombie cop. Ecopolis. I can't freaking speak, but just like zombies, but you
yeah,
are living inside an zombies with friends living in an abandoned house.
okay,
So basically, like zombie invasion, but you're in an abandoned house with your friends.
okay. Sounds kind of interesting.
So what
Okay,
would you do, or would you like me to go first?
what would I do if I was a Night of the Living Dead? So it's mostly a zombie invasion, but you're in an abandoned house
With your friends.
with your friends. Um, well, I mean, if you're okay, let's say if you start out in the woods and you happen to find the abandoned house in the first place, then out of nowhere zombies start showing up. So then you and your friends had to run to get into the house, barricade the doors. I'm talking like full on planks of wood on the windows. Try to barricade the front door, maybe. Um, maybe find some. Well, uh, well, actually, I don't know. Maybe is it even possible to create a diversion of some sort
Hey,
to
what?
kind of give them like a distraction, kind of distract the zombies for a little while? Well, they don't have brains, so
I would say try to go ahead and kill the zombies if I was going through the route you were trying to do.
okay, that works.
But what I was gonna say is you never said where the house was. So I choose a house in the middle of nowhere where there's less people to get infected with the zombie virus, and I would probably like go to a like really out of off the grid um abandoned house, and I'd probably take like food, my computer, pretty much like everything I would need to survive, and just animate till the zombies eat me.
Yeah, that's a good strategy.
I just animate until the zombies ate me, or I died of starvation because I didn't bring enough food.
Right.
Because if you were to go ahead and try to hide in a city, then you would have more zombies to be concerned about.
Yeah.
Versus if you were in the middle of nowhere, yes, you would be unavailable. It would be hard to get food, but you would at least be safer for longer because you wouldn't be like necessarily like gonna be um killed by the zombies quicker.
Right.
So that's my answer. Hide out in a very Yeah, I'm yes. Send your friend out. Send your friend out? What? No!
The
Wait.
Predator made the ultimate sacrifice. Send your friend out.
No!
Post on Twitter. Hashtag one of my friends is gonna die. Sorry.
Oh, oh, right.
Get it
I'm with
trendy.
my friends, right.
Get
I'd
it trending.
probably hang out with them and animate until I inevitably get eaten or like bit. Which I'm gonna go ahead and do another what would you do question here and say what would you do if your very best friend got bit in the zombie invasion? What would you do if your very best friend got bit?
If your very best friend got bitten, got bit by a zombie. Oh no, that's sad. Much sad.
Yeah, I know.
R.I.P. best friend.
Would you get bit too, or would you go ahead and do something to protect yourself?
I mean, if my friend gets bit, I might as well get myself bit. We're sticking together.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Birds of a feather flock together.
Do you want to know the answer? The answer I thought of, and the answer I would actually go with, are two different answers. Um,
Yeah,
the
that's
answer,
true.
the answer I thought of was get a new best friend.
Yeah, I'm sure the old one wouldn't mind since they're a zombie.
Yeah. Imagine if I asked your sibling if what they would do if I were to get bit. But then if they were on the show instead of you, that would basically be the question.
Yeah, that's true.
But as far as my real answer would go, would be I would probably like run away from them as fastly as I could and just hide somewhere else until until everyone gets bit and I inevitably die. I would just run off. I'd just run for my life at that point. But it is interesting how you say you would choose to get bit with them.
Yeah, that works.
Which, that makes sense. But, I'm just not that type of person, honestly. Like,
yeah.
I honestly would want to make it so that I could make as many videos as I could before I died. But yeah, now that I've done at least a few what would you do questions, do you have any?
Okay, I found a snow-related one.
Found? I thought you made these suckers up yourself.
No, I'm joking. I did make one. It was one snow-related. What would you do if you were hiking and then there was a snowstorm?
That'd be a tough one because I wouldn't be hiking. If I knew it was gonna snow, then I wouldn't be hiking.
Well, I mean, like, hypothetically, if you were in the woods hiking and then all of a sudden there was a snowstorm, hypothetically speaking, then what?
Now, I would be safe and actually bring like a emergency blanket. And I would find an emergency blanket, bundle myself up, then call 911 because apparently I've heard that 911 works from anywhere. So how's that for an answer?
I say that's a good answer.
So like find the driest spot possible, put an emergency blanket on, and phone 911. or try to walk to a house if there was one around. But then again, that could backfire because the homeowner could be like, "What the hell are you doing on my property? Get out!"
I didn't invite you.
But hopefully they were nice and be like, "Oh, this random person got lost in the middle of the woods, and that's the reason why they came." And then like hopefully they would be able to take me home eventually. But I would still rely more on 911 than but yeah, what would you do?
If I were hiking and there was a snowstorm.
It also
Oh,
depends on how heavy the snowstorm is too.
right. Um. Okay. So if I'm out hiking on the woods, just mind my own business, and then out comes a snowstorm.
Hopefully you have a buddy with you because it is unsafe to hike without a buddy.
Right. So I'm supposedly with my buddy in this one. And then the snowstorm approaches. If we happen to find like a random cabin in the woods,
Random cabin in the woods. So you're gonna go with the abandoned cabin thing?
kind of, yeah, maybe see if we can.
I have a feeling with how this episode is going, all of our questions are going to somehow connect back to each other.
Yeah, most likely to a abandoned cabin, maybe, but
An
not as much.
abandoned cabin, and then have like the zombies chase after you. Oh, just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But
Oh,
yeah.
that's even worse.
I'm
That's,
just kidding this time.
I know you are.
Uh,
No.
but yeah. So you would find an abandoned cabin, and then what would you do?
Um.
Ignoring
Well,
what I said about the zombies.
right.
Oh man.
Right. Um. So I find the cabin. We find the cabin. Um. Well, I mean, it's kind of well. If it's abandoned, then it's mostly not. Check to see if there's any like maybe food, maybe some supplies, a little bit, just to see if they can be helpful for a little bit of survival. That can like keep you in check. So like maybe you find like a fridge full of like some I don't know some like frozen pizza, and coincidentally you find a microwave. You kind of just
Frozen pizza in
I,
an
it's,
abandoned cabin? If
it's an example.
no, I sure hope you wouldn't get food poisoning from a frozen pizza in an abandoned cabin.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Because like if the
Especially,
cabin is abandoned, then how could you know that the freezer wasn't thought out? Because it
all
just
right.
started snowing. Don't worry, I'm just giving you crap.
Yeah, I know.
You're feel free to give me crap back as long as it's not in bad intention.
Right.
I don't even know why I even had to say that. Oh yeah, right, because of what have happened on the show before, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
Right.
how would you be lucky enough to find a working freezer with a pizza in it in a random cabin in the woods.
And somehow the pizza must have been like just delivered beforehand from the previous owner.
But why would
So
a owner leave a pizza? And who knows how long this house had been abandoned? Like, with what you're saying here, you could literally get food poisoning from a 10-year-old pizza.
I mean, what do you think about it? What would be worse, getting food poisoning or dying out in a snowstorm, out in the cold, getting hypothermia with no food?
I would choose no food because then I wouldn't have to like throw up
No food.
or
Time to
crap
die getting
myself
food.
or crap myself because of the bad food.
No food. Time to see if someone could thaw me out of this stupid ice.
But yeah, I have a story for you after stream about like
See,
one of my friends, but or they were supposed to like join me for a random show on Saturday, but they ended up getting food poisoning. I'm gonna actually say it. So they got food poisoning on an overly processed fish stick. Like,
oh,
how? How does that even happen?
I don't know.
But
It's just,
that's beside the point here.
yeah.
I swear, you would get food poisoning on 10-year-old pizza with your thinking.
I mean, with the way I'm thinking, I might as well die anyway.
Yeah, I think I'd be the better person, like, calling 911. And actually being smart with a safety blanket.
Yeah.
But yeah, if anyone has any other what would you do questions, please go ahead and pop them into chat. It don't matter if you ask one or a million. But yeah, if you were to ask a million, then we wouldn't probably get to them all, but you could still ask a million. But yeah, so I guess it's my turn. Or do you want to go again since I literally did like at least a few times of what would you do questions? Like, yes, this is my show, but I'm not gonna hog the entire spotlight.
Alright. And this is my show. I can do whatever I want.
Yes.
Yeah. I can be as arrogant and mean as I want.
Yeah. But I'm nice.
No.
But I'm nice.
With no one around. With no one around to tell me otherwise.
Technically, the base would go ahead and be like, Pastry, be nice to your guests, please.
Bow down to your queen.
Queen?
Your queen.
Who the hell is
your
queen?
Queen Pastry.
Never say that again. Remember, queen is a gendered term. Say monarch.
Fine. Dictator Pastry.
Dictator? I said monarch, and then you say dictator.
Yeah, I
Wow,
know.
now I see what you're saying.
Monarch, got it. Dictator.
But anyways, is it your turn or is it my turn? Wait, turn.
I'm gonna let you have another one of this.
All right. Let me think here. Let's see here. Oh. I'm trying to think. What would you do if all of a sudden your house just ended up like one night a ton of ghosts decided to go ahead and have a ghost party and now your house is haunted? What would you do about it?
I mean, what if I was a ghost myself?
Nah, man, you're a human. What would you do if your house got haunted?
My ass got haunted.
Hmm.
House got haunted. Bunch of ghosts having a party. Um, maybe found like a torch. Well, no, no, they're dead. They can be
A
fire.
torch. Remember, this is your house. How would you
Probably.
How would you find a torch in your house unless you or you or Wilbur have like some type of fire obsession?
Okay, no. Slightly better answer. Find a holy, get some holy water in the cross. The power of Christ compels you. It is cool.
as for me, as for me, I'd probably go back to IRL obligation and have
Obligation.
Mama and Papa Pastry deal with it.
Nah, man, you gotta call the Ghostbusters. They're too much.
Wait, are you gonna call the girl the female Ghostbusters or the male Ghostbusters?
Why can't they tag team? They could both show up.
Nah, I would probably call some off-brand, non-binary version of the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, that
but just
the
call
ghost.
both Ghostbusters and just be like, whoever can get here the quickest.
Yeah.
Hey
No, the
Ghostbusters, there's
Ghostbusters.
ghosts in my house.
Nah, man, the Ghostbusters, but they're actually ghosts themselves. Oh no, is Ghost
Oh
getting rid of the ghosts? Sorry.
no! So you would bust them?
Um, if it's even possible. Well, also depending on how aggressive they might be, how crazy they are.
Um,
They might try to resist.
yeah, I actually do agree with that.
Yeah, because you could try sucking on the ghost and be like, "You'll never take me alive." It's like, how can I if you're already dead?
That's funny, man.
I mean, it's just common sense at this point.
Yeah.
Oh
It could be like Luigi's Mansion ghosts.
yes, the Luigi's Mansion 4 live action at my house.
Yeah. But who would be Luigi? You or Wilbur?
Try to convince Wilbur to be Luigi.
yeah.
Alright.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, who who came up with the ghost question? Was it me or you?
I think you did.
Your
Came up with a
turn.
ghost. Okay.
But then again, if I ever say my turn and you come up with a good question, I wouldn't go ahead and say no.
Okay. Let's see. What would you do if you're in a corn maze and somehow, um, okay, hold on. Let me read. Let me
Go right
recheck that.
ahead.
Right. Um, corn maze. Okay. If you were in a corn maze somehow,
If I got
and
lost in a corn maze.
there happened to be a tall, lanky skeleton with a with with a bow tie and a top hat, um, just acting like
Is the bow tie and the top hat an important detail?
no, they're just things that he has on. That he's not fully naked, even though he's just bowing. So if you're stuck in a corn maze and a skeleton popped up trying to supposedly kill you, and you had no weapons, no light, no nothing, what would you do?
So no light, no nothing.
bonus, some of the exits are blocked off, and
Oh,
there isn't an actual exit.
as far as the corn maze goes, I would climb the if possible, I would climb the corn stalks. But if they're flimsy, if the corn stalks are flimsy enough, then I'd just walk through the corn. But if the corn stalks are very like stocky, then I would climb over the corn
Well, that kind
stalks.
of well, that also kind of depends. Because if you go in the corn stalks themselves, who knows? They could be filled with like toxic pollens. Maybe if you start going there, you might start feeling drowsy, or maybe might end up unconscious in the corn stalks in the middle of the maze from those toxic pollens. That may be a bit of a challenge for you there.
Yeah, but you never told me what kind of corn they was. So
Yeah, just yeah, I never specified, so
you never
that's my bad.
specified, so I could either climb over or on top of the corn to get out of the maze. How's that for an answer?
Yeah, but also take into consideration that most of the exits are blocked off, and that there isn't really an exit. And again, also taking an appeal to the skeleton trying to kill you. But he's like tall. He's probably as tall as the corn stalks.
Oh man, would it be
So
Sans or would it be a different skeleton?
no, just a completely different out of the blue skeleton.
Yeah.
As lanky as the corn stalks themselves. So yeah. Because I mean, if it's like Sans and Papyrus, then maybe it just might be just be easy.
Mhm. Yeah, I feel like if it was me and Sans, we both would go ahead and like just joke the entire time, like the comics we
Yeah,
are.
honestly, yeah.
But yeah, with both being in like hoodies and hoodie and shorts.
Well, I mean, we also never considered because what if it was Gaster in Corn Maze?
But yeah, I was just like just saying about like different skeletons. But let's see here. I'm trying to think of something. Um, what would you do if you were stuck in a haunted house that doubled as a maze, but
Oh,
but whenever you think you're walking left, you're walking right, and whenever you think you're walking right, you're walking left.
so if I was stuck in a haunted house that doubled as a maze with opposite um
Directions.
directions. Oh no.
Oh
Oh
man.
no.
Let's just say, let's just make fun of myself here for a second and say, no matter if I, no matter if my directions were swapped or not, the results are probably gonna be the same.
Yeah, that's kind of true. Because if you go like, let's say, up a flight of stairs to like, I don't know, no, down a flight of stairs that leads to a supposed dungeon, you might end up going back upstairs that leads to like some kind of dining hall.
But how do you know you're going upstairs instead of downstairs?
Those are all random.
But you could think that you're going upstairs, but you're actually going downstairs.
Nah, it's just Portal 2 references.
But so you would think you're going downstairs, but you're going to actually go upstairs, basically.
Yeah, just make it seem like it's Portal and just try and see where it goes.
Yeah.
Might be bad, might be good. Just take my 50-50 chance.
Um.
Carry
So
on.
I'm honestly directionally challenged, so I'd end up just getting lost in the haunted house, regardless of if it's a maze or not. It's amazing how easy it is for me to get lost. Just so you know, I ended up adding a pun to my end card this time round. So good luck, guys, girls, and in betweeners.
I'm aware of that.
You're in for a treat. But that's beside the point.
Frick.
What is your what would you do question now?
Oh boy. Okay. Um, this might be kind of somewhat similar to another question that one of us asked earlier. What would you do if you were out trick or treating and it was a full moon and slowly you started becoming a vampire? What will happen?
Wait.
No,
Who's
hold on.
who's
Let me
doing?
recheck that. It's. I'm asking the question. So you're with your friends. You're out trick or treating. It's a full moon. Two of your friends become either a vampire or a werewolf, and you're the only one who isn't affected yet. But you slowly start to feel the effects. What would you do
Um.
in that?
So, what is the cure for zombies? Would it? I know that in Minecraft it's milk.
I never said zombies.
Oh, whoops.
I said vampires or werewolf.
Sorry, I was sending an email to iRoll application, which I would normally do during stream, but yeah, but yeah. Anyways, shoot, so so there's one vampire and one werewolf, correct?
Yeah. One of your friends becomes a vampire. One of your friends becomes a werewolf. You're not affected yet, but you slowly start to feel the effects kind of kicking in. What would you do? And it's a full moon.
All
Trick or
right.
treating.
So I would start eating a ton of garlic and see if that would reverse the effects.
Put a silver bullet out a piece of garlic. Boom. Well, I mean that depends. Maybe I don't know.
I'd eat a ton of garlic and I'd do whatever the prevention is for the werewolf.
Isn't werewolves like silver bullet?
Silver bullet.
I believe so.
I do whatever the silver bullets thing is. Like getting hit with it. Or
Or would you try shooting your friends? Sorry.
nah.
Ultimate sacrifice. There can be only one.
The only reason why I shoot my friend is if it helps them.
If it helps them. I mean, they're probably maybe begging for it as they're becoming the.
Yeah, if it only if it helps them.
Yeah.
All right. Did we both answer that? What would we do? Question. Oh, you need to answer it.
Yeah, I need to. Okay. Oh boy. If I was in this scenario, okay. I don't normally eat garlic, but in this type of scenario, I think I could like have some piece of garlic with me. Maybe kind of like some kind of like I wouldn't say like sausage chain, but
but you never thought that your friends would be turning into mythological creatures. So why would you have garlic if you wouldn't normally have garlic?
Well, I mean, okay, no. So
the thing is that with me, since I am an airways that don't want to kiss anyone anyways, I tend to have a lot of onions and garlic.
Onions, garlic.
I'd be that
Yeah.
friend with the garlic breath.
Wait, you have.
Like, I honestly, so this is like gonna only take a few minutes, but I honestly think garlic should be an aromantic symbol.
Yes. Garlic, the ultimate airway symbol.
Garlic should be the arrow symbol. Uh,
Um, the
but
silver bullet.
I digress.
The jack-o'-lantern.
So, so what are you saying? So why would you have garlic in your pocket if you didn't know that your friends were gonna be turned into, mythological creatures?
I mean, it's just to be safe, cause
Do you
um,
always have garlic in your pocket?
no, but
Or would it just be in your,
hypothetically,
like, survival kit?
yeah, it would be part of. Yeah, it would definitely be part of a survival kit. That, um, the silver bullet, maybe some bug repellent.
Bug repellent?
Yeah, because
Uh,
if they fully became monsters and my friends were just trapped inside their monster shape, just try to spray them with bug repellent, shoo them away, find new friends, spray with bug repellent. Sometimes if you're in a bad situation, chloroform can help take care of that. I think I'm the only one talking.
yeah, sorry, IRL obligation, shot me an email back about an IRL obligation that I thought was due tomorrow, but apparently not.
Oh,
Spooky.
okay.
Spooky in its own way.
Yeah.
Um, alrighty, so, um, is that it for your question?
Yeah. I
Alrighty.
wonder how many.
Um,
Sorry.
so, alrighty. What would you do if you had to eat your friend?
If I had to eat my friend. Okay. Kind of interesting because I'm not a cannibal, nor do I plan on becoming one. But not that I'm resorting to cannibalism, but if I were forced, no, not forced. I don't know what it is. Um, to eat my friend, then oh god.
I just thought of an answer for that. I'm not gonna say it until you say yours, just to go ahead and spite you.
Just to spite me. Cool.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, Mark. Slay.
Yes. Happy
Slay,
Ace
Mark.
Week. Anyway, I digress.
Yeah. Um, if I were to eat my friend, ow, this question kind of hurts.
Oh
He
man.
cut a big wound here.
Uh,
He cut a very big wound here. Um,
oh no.
yeah, my bad. I don't even know
Do
what I would do.
you want to know what I do? So,
Please.
so if the person that I'm supposed to eat is my friend, I would go ahead
Yes.
and make that friend not a friend anymore. Make that friend into an enemy, then eat my enemy.
Tell them to eat themselves.
Like, nah. Wait, so that's what you would do?
Ugh. Well, I mean, if that kind of scenario is like, I'm not eating you. If you're that hungry, eat yourself.
So you would
Sorry.
tell them to
What?
eat themselves?
Yes. Sorry. Let bygones be bygones.
I'd just go ahead and
Yeah.
be like, yeah, I would break up with a friend before I ate them just so that it would be less psychological pain on both of us.
It's not you. It's me. I forgot to pack an egg sandwich this morning for breakfast. Oh,
And I'm
sorry, buddy. No hard feeling.
yeah, like I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna hate you so that you don't so I can betray you before I eat you.
You and I are so done.
Yeah, you and I are so done.
And to think I used to like you.
And I used to like you, but now you are my food.
I'm un. I'm unsubscribing to your Patreon and never following you again.
Or YouTube in this case.
Oh yeah.
But
You just
so
lost one subscriber, and I'm gonna sue you.
uh, now if it was a fan, I'd be like, I wouldn't eat my fan.
Right.
But yeah, honestly, I would just try to make like I try to go ahead and like make it as easy as possible on the person I eat to like try to see like how I can make it so that they feel the least psychological pain possible.
Right.
So my answer would be breaking up with them.
Yeah,
Than
that's
eating
a
them.
yeah, that's a
Because I
good
feel
answer.
like they would feel better if an enemy ate them than a friend.
Oh yeah, true.
You never had to say that they had to be your friend while you were eating them.
Right.
But yeah, how do you like my answer to that question?
That's a good answer.
Eh, um, and just so you know, all the fan questions so far is from um GM GMG. But yeah, um, yeah, um, or if I had a choice on who I'd eat, I would eat my past friend. Be
Oh,
like,
you passed.
you were my friend once, so I can eat you now.
I get to pay the consequences.
Yeah. But let's get on to the next question before. Um, but yeah. Um, what would you do? Or oh yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. Um, What would you do if you were in the middle of a swamp? With the what is it called? There's like some type of like swamp monster.
Swamp monster.
The
Um.
I remember there was like this one very famous swamp monster, but I cannot remember what its name is.
The Loch Ness
The
monster.
Loch Ness monster. Let's say you were in like a little like rowboat, and the Loch Ness monster is right behind you. What would you do?
Um.
Also a quick question? Am I thinking of any of your questions or no?
No, you're not. You're
Yeah.
good.
Great minds sometimes don't think alike.
Yep, that's true.
So
Let's. If I was in a tiny rowboat stuck on a like swamp, I happened to
the Loch Ness swamp.
with the Loch Ness monster with Nessie. Oh boy. Well, I mean, Nessie's like huge. So think about this one.
Would you crap yourself or pee yourself?
Well, I mean, this would probably be the first time I've ever come face to face with such a creature.
Or would you ask them for their autograph? Just be
I'll probably
like,
try
oh
to
my
take a picture of.
gosh, you're so famous. Can I have autograph.
Even if it means getting me killed.
Yeah.
No, but actually,
You know I'm only joking.
I know. I'm not
Most of these
not downing you
shows,
on that.
most of these shows are a joke.
I can't tell if that's supposed to be a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, it's whatever you want it to be, honestly.
Okay, it's bad. No,
Yeah, yeah. Um,
I'm joking.
people might say I'm a joke.
Ow.
Now the donut batch would be like, no, Pastry, you're not a joke. This channel is. Just kidding.
You're, you're just supposedly more funny than I am.
Yeah. You just made me think of a new audio game. Congrats.
Wait, wait, no. Wait. Oh no. Oh,
Maybe
oh
in 3
boy.
months I'm gonna have you play it. But that's beside the point.
Yeah. For real though, if I was stuck with a Loch Ness monster, maybe see if I could try to take a good photo of it first.
Wait, so you would
Even if
take
it's
a photo?
underwater.
So you would go ahead and like take a photo with it and then just.
So long as it doesn't stare me down and think I'm food first, then sure. Because I don't want to die that soon, mid photo, with the thing.
Oh man. I
That'd
would
be a terrible
probably.
fate to suffer.
I would try to be friends with it, honestly.
Like, just so you know I'm about to die, but let me at least take a photo. That way I can show my friends and brag about how I found the Loch Ness monster and prove that you're real and not just some faker on the internet,
So,
as the rumors say.
would you go ahead and. Who would you text first? Me or Wilbur?
I would say you. You first.
Why?
I'd rather
Why
keep
me
the,
before Wilbur?
I would rather keep it a surprise.
For Wilbur?
Yeah. So when I eventually tell them, I'll be like, "You're so yeah, you're so. I'm so jealous." Then it's like, well, if it was you, you could have died. So,
Yeah, I feel
and
like
look where I'm at. Look where I've been.
you would
I was
literally
at the
make
same
me
situation
you would
too.
literally make my breath go away.
Uh,
But yeah. Um but yeah, I would probably try and make friends with it. If that's proven to be impossible, then I would go ahead and like try my hardest to row away. And then Wilbur would get the channel.
what takes over the channel?
Your sibling Wilbur, not the YouTuber Wilbur.
I know. I know that. There's a big difference here.
Hopefully Wilbur don't get any ideas on how they're gonna get the channel, but I don't think they even want it, honestly.
Yeah, probably not.
Um, um, your turn on the what would you do question.
Okay. Oh boy, so that was a question.
They're supposed to be scary questions since this is a Halloween special.
Okay. You do. Um, if you saw a candy van, and I mean quote unquote candy van, not actual, but by the time you got in, it was full with like some evil clowns that took you to a to a circus and asked you to be part of a attraction, where it's basically like a torture circus in a way. What would you do?
A torture circus?
Yeah,
I'd be
because
like,
he's an evil clown
I'd be
disguising
like,
himself as a candy truck.
what did you say?
I said these are evil clowns disguising themselves as a candy van truck, kidnapping you, asking you to be part of a supposed circus where you're either you or someone gets to die.
I'd
You do the killing, or you yourself get killed.
I'd probably kick them into stuff and run. I'd kick them into privates and run.
Get them in the privates. Why they don't even have privates to begin with?
Oh no. I'd probably strangle them or do
The
something
evil
else.
clown, evil clowns in a phantom crotch.
um, I.
R.L. Stein, write that down. That's a good Goosebumps book for you.
Oh man, I can't just say hit him into junk. All right. I would do something else to make it really hurt for them, and then just like
Yeah,
run off.
yeah,
If
because he's
that's
evil clown.
proven, if that's proven to be impossible, I would roast the crap out of them and be like, um, y'all are the joke. Y'all are a joke. You decided that you would kidnap me for an attraction. I would literally trip over my own goddamn foot. Y'all are a joke for taking me. Y'all could have taken someone way more talented than me. I just make cartoons on the internet.
Okay, plot. Plot twist: the evil clowns have a roast king.
That's not
Not
channel
actually, but
appropriate. Not channel appropriate.
I know. I'm sorry. Um. But gonna go on air after I said that.
I told you we're on air.
I know.
Great, now I had to go ahead and chop something out. Which luckily that it haven't happened in a good while, so yeah.
There's something for you.
You just
Rosalie.
gotta make my life hard, don't you? Just kidding. But yeah. Um so Um, what is your answer to the circus? Or, but yeah, I would roast the crap out of them, either literally or just like making fun of them.
I would see if they are even killable in the first place. Because I
Yeah,
mean, they could either be fake like illusions, or they're probably actually evil clowns. So I mean, you kind of a big observation to make there to see if they're killable or not. If they are, maybe find something like a bat with nails or a big old chainsaw and just start destroying the heck out of them.
yeah, that makes sense.
Because the more gore, the better.
Yeah. Anyways, do you like my answer?
Yeah,
Make fun of
hence why I
them?
made a good joke.
But yeah, um, so yeah, just so you know, I texted you, but don't read it aloud.
Yeah, I got it.
All right. Anyway, so um 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 it's my
This is
turn.
getting
It's my turn, isn't it?
yeah.
What would you do if you were trapped in a room with all of your worst fears? Also name off all of your worst fears so we can actually imagine the room.
All of my worst fears.
All of them.
Oh,
But if it's something like fear of abandonment, then there's no way to put that in a room.
yeah. Maybe if it's something like fear of public speaking, then
Then it'd be a room full of people.
Okay, I would say it's not too much of a fear of public speaking,
So
but that could be
what's
part of
all
it.
of your fears that could be put in the room that is channel appropriate?
I would say the public speaking and spiders, because
So
essentially that.
so you're in a room with a ton of people with pet spiders then.
No, I wouldn't say pet spiders, just random spiders.
No, I'm saying that yeah, you're in a room full of people and spiders. What would you do?
Oh God.
Also, why did you decide to get on the show if you were fear of public speaking? You know that there's a two-letter word by the name of no that exists, right?
I know. I was only doing it as a joke for the public speaking one. It's mostly just spiders I'm afraid of. So essentially, if I was put in a room in that kind of scenario, um, I don't even know. I don't even like spiders
Eh,
in the first place.
yeah. And okay, I'm gonna go ahead and add a time limit on this. A day stuck in that
Boy,
room.
yeah, stuck in that room. It's terrible. Oh boy.
If I was you, I would kill the spiders. I would kill the spiders and eat them.
I don't even think they will taste good.
But hey, at least it'd be better than starving. Which I
Yeah, yeah.
which I'd have to go ahead and do with my two worst fears that is available to put in a room.
Yeah, that's true.
um, but what would you do if you were in a trapped in a room full of people and spiders?
Okay, no, the people one was a joke.
Or are
So,
you afraid that people think you are the joke? Just kidding.
um, well, I mean, public speaking, I don't have a big fear of. It's just the spiders.
Do you have anything that you are scared of more?
I don't, I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Um, if I was in a room trapped with spiders,
And people.
forget the people. The people are my big priority right now. It'll probably be just the spiders.
Okay.
Um, so trapped in a room full of spiders, no people.
No people. So
Yeah, no people.
you aren't afraid of people?
Um, so just spiders.
Okay.
If I was in a room trapped with spiders, boy, I would try and like back them with like bug a pesticide,
Pesticide.
like a bug spray for spiders.
But
It's a scary away.
yeah. But you didn't know that you were gonna get trapped in a room with spiders. Do you normally have bug spray on you?
Yeah, it's in my survival kit next
Yeah.
to the garlic and the skeleton.
But yeah, bug spray is more of a realistic thing to have with you. But yeah,
Yeah,
um,
just toss a bread full of garlic and just see they're hungry,
yeah.
and just let them devour the garlic before they pass out.
Most generally, I'm not afraid of spiders if they aren't poisonous. I'm just afraid of if a poisonous one were to bite me. But that's a pretty rational fear.
Yeah.
Now, do you want to hear what predicament I put myself in with this question?
What?
Um, I have a fear of heights and a fear of getting lost. So
Oh.
I'd probably be stuck in like some like I'd be stuck on some random bridge in the middle of nowhere for a day.
Oh wow.
Or let's not even say bridge. Um but let's say that I was stuck on top of a high cliff for an entire day. I would probably go ahead and just lay on the ground if possible and just look up. I just I'd um I'd go ahead and lay down on the ground and look up and watch the clouds for the entire day, so that I wouldn't like accidentally give myself a heart attack or something.
Right.
But what would you do if you were um and my fear couldn't be a room because of the heights and fearing fearing about getting lost. So my thing couldn't be a room, but you're still trapped there for a day. Um, what would you do with my two worst fears?
Heights and getting lost.
Heights and getting lost, meaning you're stuck on a random cliff with not knowing where home is.
Oh boy. Um.
I'm probably making your worst fear, being trapped with your worst fear, a whole ton nicer now.
I mean, yeah. So long as it's not a cliff full of spiders.
Nah, it's not a cliff full of spiders because spiders isn't a part of my main fears. But
So getting
if you wanted to truly um add all of my worst fears, then right after someone and right after someone abandoned me on that cliff.
right after someone abandoned you
On the cliff.
on the cliff,
On the cliff.
and
Someone
you're
just
lost,
told me to go ahead and get on this cliff and then leave.
and then leave.
Then leave without
So someone tells you to get on the cliff, abandons you. No, leave. Tells you to leave,
or
then abandons you.
tells them that or tells me to get on a cliff and then
Yeah.
abandons me on that cliff. See,
Well, I mean,
I found a way to have abandonment be a part of this rule, quote unquote rule.
yeah, quote unquote. Um, got lost. Your friend got abandoned you on a cliff. Nothing else matters. Jump. Whee.
Jump.
No.
Remember,
No.
you're
No. No.
only stuck up there for a day.
Um.
So, you wouldn't have to be stuck up there forever. Some emergency crew would save you after 24 hours.
Um. I mean, it doesn't really seem that bad though. Other than the fact that it's just a big cliff. That's it for a day. Friend abandoned you. Um.
You
Other than that, it doesn't.
you said that it don't sound that bad. Remember, these are my three worst fears put
I
into it.
know. I'm trying to put him as
Well,
a good thing.
I said the spider wasn't a big deal. There goes to show we don't have similar fears at all.
I don't even know, honestly.
Would you just sit there and wait it out like I would, or would you go ahead and try to explore the cliff?
um,
Or try to
Probably
enjoy the
that
beautiful,
first
or would you enjoy the
before I do
beautiful view
anything.
below,
Um,
if there is one?
just to kind of get used to surroundings, even though it's just a big old cliff.
But yeah, I would. But the thing is, though, with
Um,
me, if I were to look
After a
down,
little
then I
while
would
or
go ahead
so,
and then I'd
might
go.
feel a little hungry. So maybe there might be something in my
Yeah.
backpack or something.
Um.
Pull out
I would be
to
too.
kind of
I'd be too scared to go ahead and
savor
move
me a little.
anywhere. I would just go ahead and at
Always
that
I got
point,
something in my belly.
I'd probably just like lay there and
Um,
cry.
Other than that, maybe we'll probably just sit there, maybe wait for someone, because I know it's just one day. Be up there.
But yeah. So um yeah, so you would just enjoy your time up there?
Yeah.
That seems fair. Alrighty. What is your next what would you do question?
Oh boy. Don't know if I even.
I thought you said you came up with some.
I know I did. I did have some,
Did I
but now
take
I'm just.
your did I take your questions?
I'm just like struggling to come up with more, if any.
Okay. Here's another what would you do question. What would you do if you were lost in the middle of the woods in the middle of the night?
Lost in the woods in the middle of the night. Is there a cabin nearby?
No. In
Dang.
in the middle of the woods.
Oh yeah, true. The cabin was like somewhere else.
So you would
Um.
wander around for a cabin?
Well, either that or maybe see if there's like anyone else out there, so that I'm not alone. Try like ask if there's anyone out there. I don't want to be alone.
I'd honestly would be more scared if there was a person, um, and if there was a person in the middle of the woods with me because I wouldn't know if they're friend or foe.
Yeah,
So,
which is good to ask as well. Are you a friend or a foe? Oh, don't come near me, friend. I can kind of trust you.
yeah, I would probably just go and, um, I'd probably just build a fire and, call. I think I asked a question like this before, but I,
Yeah, I
yeah.
did.
Um, hey, Donut Batch, do you have any ideas for any what would you do questions? Y'all seem like quiet tonight. Is something wrong?
Just that focus on the stream.
Yeah. No. But my number is like um lower than normal. Like yes, I have another channel streaming against me right now, but his base and my base aren't really the same base, so I don't know what's up.
Yeah, I wouldn't exactly know either.
But yeah, hopefully when my show moves to Wednesdays, I'll have more um Donut Batch members on. But yeah, that's I'm just I'm just wanting to I'm just asking if anything is going wrong just because I'm a little concerned.
Yeah.
Remember, I'm not like your Logan Paul. Oh, I just thought of a question. What would you do if you had to be in a room with Logan Paul for a week
A week?
with no way out? Stuck in a room with
No.
Logan Paul.
That's one of the honestly probably weird people to stuck in a room with for a week. Oh no.
Or would you much rather be stuck in a room with Jake Paul?
I might as well. I mean, okay,
Or both of
it
them?
was
Ooh, I'm gonna up the ante and say both of them.
just suffer for a week. I might as well just suffer. Just no.
I'd
There's just no point.
I'd probably I'd probably go ahead and start a live stream with them and then roast the crap out of them and get a ton of views.
Yeah, behind their backs.
But
Oh
they
wait, no,
but they
fuck
would
with them.
go ahead and no wait, no, I'd be like, "Hey guys, since we're both YouTubers, since we're all YouTubers, would you like to start a stream with each other?" Then they'd be like, "Yes, of course." And then I would have like the stream be like Pastry streams with Logan and Jake Paul.
Yeah, J. Paul's in parentheses.
Just like or streaming with the Paul brothers, and then like all of and then I would just roast the crap out of them on air,
Chilling with the Pauls.
chilling with the Pauls. But
Yeah,
it wouldn't
sounds
be
like
chilling at
kind
all. It wouldn't be chilling at
sounds more.
all. I would be roasting the Pauls.
No. Chilling is in quotation marks. You could do that.
Chilling with the Pauls.
Yeah, with
And then I
chilling in
would
quotation
then I
marks.
would roast the crap out of them, and there would be nothing they could do.
Yeah. Everyone
Except for
in.
beat me up, but I'd beat them up first.
Yeah.
Hit them in the
Yeah.
junk because I actually believe they have the junk.
Challenge them to a fist fight.
Yeah. That'd be interesting to watch on air. Even if there's no camera or anything.
Yeah, that's true.
How about, do you have any more what would you do questions?
Nah, after that one, my mind's just blank.
Oh
Just
man.
the window.
Already? Dude, it's just 5:33. But then again, I'm more used to these shows than you, so
Yeah.
um let's see here. Um what would you do if um what would you do you if one day somehow you got famous and all of your fans just chased you everywhere, everywhere.
Oh, that's terrible. Do I even? Oh, wait, I probably wouldn't get a bodyguard.
Nope.
Oh
No
no,
bodyguard.
just me and the fans just chasing me around.
Yes.
Oh god, I don't know. I could have like one or two ideas, but I don't want to say them on the air.
Is it not channel appropriate?
It may or may not be. That's all I'm gonna say.
Why don't you go ahead and text me to ask?
I'd rather remain classified.
Okay. But I let's see here. I would probably go ahead and make a video being like, "Hey, the donut batch, I understand you really like my stuff, but I actually need to live a life too. So, can y'all please just not follow me around everywhere?"
I
So
like my personal.
so that I don't have to go ahead and be in constant fear if I leave my house that I would
Oh,
go ahead and get pummeled. Like, wow, imagine if that actually had to be an announcement. Imagine if that actually had to be an announcement. I have a feeling some creators have had to say it. Like I believe
Yeah.
during VidCon, the Odd Ones Out or oh yeah, the Odd Ones Out fans during VidCon caused like a traffic problem. I heard
Oh,
one
oh,
year.
oh boy. Traffic problem.
Just like there was so many fans that like I just heard this, but so many fans were like they were literally or I think it was something else YT. But there were so many fans that it was like blocking like hallway traffic or something.
Oh no. I mean, I get that they're like really popular and get a lot of fans, but this is too much.
Yeah.
Probably too difficult to get by. You're gonna have to try and like squeeze through. Like, excuse me, pardon me, don't want to bump into you.
Yeah. Some fans can be ruthless. What would you do if you had a fan base, but the fan base was full of the most ruthless people ever? Like,
Okay. Um, I'll probably just most likely ignore them. Most likely.
so you would just go ahead and do your thing?
Yeah. Ignore the hate.
But I'm not meaning like negatively obnoxious people or ruthless
I
people.
know.
I'm talking about like the um I don't think there was any of these in the donut batch, but like the will not leave you alone for crap type.
So basically, essentially, you're like asking
Like your
what would I do
toxic
about
fans. Like your toxic fans.
toxic fans.
I honestly feel like
Uh,
we steered away from the Halloweeny stuff and we just are talking about fear
so
in general, which is fine.
yeah, that's fine. I also I also try to ignore them.
It's
Either
my
way.
show and I can do whatever I want.
Quoting me.
Oh man.
Using that again.
But yeah. What would you do if you were to just wake up in okay, let's say what would you do if you were to just like wake up in PewDiePie's body and you woke up and he woke up in yours?
Oh
What
no.
would you do if you were PewDiePie?
I don't even know the first thing I'll do. Um, if I was PewDiePie and he was me,
Yeah.
that doesn't seem fun.
Why doesn't it seem fun? You would be like the biggest YouTuber on the platform.
Yeah, I know, but like, I don't even know at this point. Ugh.
Honestly, if it was like during a stream day, if it was during a stream day, then I would watch a Rebellious Pastry stream to see what he does. Him in my body. I would just go ahead like watch the Rebellious Pastry stream that day.
Yeah, that would be something.
Because he would be more clueless in my body than I would be in his. I have a feeling.
Yeah, I don't think it would be the same.
He'd be like
Or
he'd
yeah.
be like he'd probably freak out because it's like um what am I supposed to do with this um I would I would probably it'd be like what am I supposed to do in this trans person's body? Wow, they're very like interesting in the fact that um the fact that their own brains just like no yeah that that'd be interesting. But yeah, what would you do if you had to only eat vegetables for the rest of your life?
I mean, I wouldn't mind it. I'll probably just go at it. I'm basically almost anything at this point. Almost anything.
Yeah,
So
I thought you were a picky eater.
no, No, I'm not.
Or was it more Wilbur? I remember
It must-
when you came over, I remember somebody was the picky eater.
it was Wilbur.
Okay. But when we talk about Wilbur, we are meaning nice words about them on this show.
Yes.
They are very honorable, or very honored on this show. This show.
Yeah.
On the entire channel, honestly. But yeah,
Yeah.
but we currently have 0 viewers, but I don't really give a damn because the batch sometimes, whenever they're not available, they tend to watch it after the fact. So yeah,
That makes sense.
what would you do if I'm gonna go more with the opposite of this question, but what would you do if like no one knew you existed and you were invisible to everybody?
If no one knew I existed, then I was invisible to everybody. um.
Would you be scared at that point?
Yeah. Honestly, no one else exists. Not even my own family. I'm basically just invisible to them. I'm practically a nobody. That definitely sounds scary on its own.
Yeah. Like, people say hi to you, but they don't know who you are. Just like, hello. But they know who everyone else is. They just don't know who you are.
Yeah.
What would you do in that case?
Um. I don't even know. Um. I feel kind of clueless.
I personally would. Let's see here. Um, I feel like people would know who my character was, but not me.
Oh, that's true.
I'd be like,
It's kind of an.
I'd be like if someone's like, "Who are you?" I'd be like, do you know that like rebellious pastry person on YouTube?" Yeah, I'm them. Like, look
Yes.
at who I am.
Look how many subscribers I got.
Look who I am.
Is that not enough proof for you? Are you not
No,
satisfied?
no, it was it just be like a loophole I could make because of the whole
Yeah.
um it'd be a loophole I could make because it's like people don't know who I am, but people would know who my character is.
Yeah.
So it'd be a loophole for me. But since you don't do anything, um, but yeah, random question: do you think that you would ever start a YouTube?
Um. I may or might not have considered it. I just don't know if I want to actually plan on doing it.
Um, why aren't you sure?
I don't know. Sounds like a very tough deal.
Yeah, it depends on the type of YouTubing you want to do. Um, what would you? Okay, I have another. What would you do? Question. What would you do if you were trapped in a room with everyone who you've ever had a disagreement with? Just trapped in a room with all of them for a week.
For a week. For everyone I had a disagreement with.
Everyone who you've ever had a disagreement with. Don't matter if you made up or not.
Stuck in a room for a week.
I bet you that you and Wilbur would be in there together.
Yeah, sure. We might constantly fight each other a lot.
I'm
I can't be serious.
I'm just kidding, yeah. I'm just kidding, yeah.
I am too. Um, boy. Stuck in a room with everyone that I've ever had a disagreement with for 1 week.
Hmm.
Oh boy,
Is that a lot of people?
that definitely sounds like a tough one on its own.
Is that a lot of people? Is my question. Um, and let's say that you're not packed
I
in.
wouldn't really know, honestly.
All right, I'm gonna ask you a sub question to help you with the question. How big would that room be? How big would that room be? Hey, Danny, 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 Dan, 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 Danny, Dan, 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 Danny, Dan, Dan, Danny, 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 Dan, Danny, Dan, 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 Danny, 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 Dan, Danny, Dan, Dan, Danny, Dan, Dan, Danny, Dan, 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 Danny, Dan,
Yeah.
Dan. All right. So what is your answer? How big would this room be?
Um, I haven't really thought of one. Very tricky situation.
But but it's in the room with everyone who've ever had an argument. You've ever had an argument with.
I don't know.
Shoot.
Even if I did make up with them,
Even if you made up with them, they'd still be in that room.
uh, would it even be possible to just make up with them again? No, just for a week.
It's for a week. Everyone you've ever had an argument with.
Oh boy.
Everyone
Uh,
you've ever had an argument with.
I'm not sure if I even feel comfortable talking with them again.
But I never said you had to talk with them. I would just say that y'all would be in the same room.
I know.
And keep in mind, I did say that it doesn't matter if you made up with them or not, they'd still be in that room.
I know. Which makes it even a bit more of a challenge.
So my answer for this is I would go ahead and just chill with the people who I made up with. And just annoy the crap out of the people who I didn't make up with.
Right.
But yeah, I don't think we'd be in each other's rooms in that case.
Yeah, that would never happen.
Yeah. But but yeah. Um um let's see here. Um are you sure you don't have any more what would you do questions?
I'm sure.
Oh, what would you do if you were in in solitary confinement for something you did not do?
I'm sorry. Could you repeat the
What
question?
would you do if you were in a solitary confinement for something you did not do for a
If I was
week?
in solitary
For a week.
salt. Oh, come on, those were the weeks. If I was stuck in solitary confinement for something that I didn't do,
For a week.
hmm, there wouldn't really be much to do. I don't know. I would say the solitary confinement.
You know what solitary confinement is?
Kind of no,
I'm gonna
but
go ahead and explain it for the people who watch this after it ends, but it's basically like a um I believe, let me double check, but
um,
it's definitely like a part of jail. Um Solitary confinement is um you're basically trapped in a room all by yourself with a bathroom in it, luckily. You have a window, um, but everything else in the room is white. The walls are white, and you pretty much only see people for an hour a day.
that was depressing.
Yeah.
And this is for a week we're talking about.
For a
If I was
week.
stuck in that room
For
for
a
a
week
week,
for something you did not do.
so I didn't do. Um,
This is even giving me shivers. I'd probably just lay on the floor and just like imagine myself, like imagine my character Pastry just all over that wall doing different things. I'd probably hallucinate Pastry at that point.
yeah, just sit in your room, just use your imagination, until it gets to the point where you think you're actually seeing it.
Yeah.
You end up going crazy.
Yeah. That's normally what happens in solitary confinement. But yeah. What would you do if you were stuck in a room with everyone, no matter if they're fictional or real, if all of the characters and all of the real people you've ever had a crush on, you were stuck in a room with them for a week?
Oh, that sounds interesting. I want to see if I can even try to
It
chill
doesn't
out with them, hang out with them.
it doesn't matter if you still have a crush on them or not. But it's
No,
like
I know.
everyone who've ever had a crush on.
I want to see if I can even try to hang out with them, maybe become friends with them,
Yeah.
if
But how about
possible.
the ones that you're already friends with?
Oh, um,
Would you just hang out with the ones that you were already friends with, or would you try to befriend your other ones?
I want to see if I can try and befriend the other ones. I mean, you know how I feel already friends.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd understand. But yeah, um, um, alrighty, let's see here. What would you do if you were to go ahead and just the you went to sleep tonight and the next morning you all of a sudden woke up as the opposite sex, just woke up as the opposite sex, like nothing else have changed, just wake up as the opposite sex,
Nothing else changed, just that. Um,
just the
that's a
opposite
pretty,
sex.
yeah, just a pretty interesting scenario. Just wake up one day, boom, I'm the opposite sex.
You wake up
Um,
and you're now a female at birth.
I don't know. Um, I have to like really think on this one.
If you woke up as a girl.
Yeah, that's like something really deep to think about.
Mm, do you want to know my
Want to
answer?
know my answer? Yeah.
I'd be kind of happy, actually. I'd be like more happy. than I am now. Even though I'm not a
How
trans
so?
male. Even hello. You missed what would you do questions, which you can still do Halloween or just fear based. Fear based what would you do questions, but I think I'd be happier. Not necessarily like the happiest, but happier than I already am. It would
Right.
definitely fix some dysphoria problems for me. But I was born the way I am. Um, but yeah, I would probably have different types of dysphoria at that point. But what would you do if you
Yeah,
were?
that makes sense.
But what would you do if you were born the opposite sex?
Oh no, can the audio cut out again? Oh no.
You honestly would not know. Would you try to live your life
If I
normally?
was ever in a scenario,
How's everyone
I honestly
else?
I was trying to experience my the
Would you just
experience the new you, even if you are the opposite gender.
gender?
Just
It's
gotta when you
sex,
get
not
used to
gender.
yourself.
It's not gender. It's sex. But it's like with the let's see here. Um oh, here's another what would you do question. Oh, crap. Um shoot. Um
What?
oh, okay. Think good um all right. What would you do from Entergreen? What would you do if you had $5,000 but you were smack dab in the middle of a stuck in the middle of the coldest city in Russia?
If I got $5,000,
But you
but
were
I was
in the
stuck in the middle of a
middle of a
cold city.
city in Russia. Gotta
Oh,
think,
oh,
remember, channel
um,
appropriate answer for this one. Remember, channel appropriate answer for this one. Man. I would go ahead and I would go ahead and just um Danny, you
yeah,
back on?
that's small cycle what I'll do.
What you literally
Or just use some of the money to buy some stuff that could like warm up.
you would need to go
I
ahead.
don't want to die from hypothermia.
You need to go
Move
ahead and
Russia,
start over with
five
what
thousand
you're.
dollars.
Hey yo, Danny,
Cold city of
Danny,
Russia.
Danny, Danny, Danny. Um,
Terrible way to die.
Danny.
Definitely
You.
not me.
It
That's what I'm gonna sign
literally.
up with.
It literally hung up on you in the middle of what you were saying. So please go back. Start back in the beginning of what you said
Yeah.
because it literally
Uh,
hung up on you in the middle of it.
oh, it did. I didn't even
Yeah.
notice.
so
Oh no.
so go back
Okay.
to the beginning of your um go back into the beginning of your explanation. Sorry.
Okay. So, if I had $5,000 with me right now, but I was stuck in the middle of the coldest city in Russia, most likely the first thing I'll do is use some of the money to buy some stuff so I can warm up easier, because I don't want to die from hypothermia
Yeah, that
in the
makes
middle of Russia.
sense. I just go into a building and um make friends there and then just
Friends,
friends and then move in with one of them and pay rent until I find a job.
befriend the other,
Befriend somebody that was safe, of
befriend this
course, and then go
Russia,
ahead and um pay my rent, but invest the rest of the money. And I'd
befriend
prob
this.
and
These
then I'd ask if I'd befriend someone that could speak English, and then go ahead and ask them to go ahead and if they could teach me how to speak Russian. But yeah, that's all the time today for the show. Do you have any closing announcements?
Okay. If I no.
No closing announcements? Alrighty. So please go ahead and keep an eye out for the Halloween special this Saturday. And next week, we're going to have, or the next 2 weeks is going to both be the hobby interview show. But yeah, anyways, please go ahead and check out my YouTube channel, which, you're currently on it right now. And then please also check out my Instagram. And, and then, um, are you sure you don't have an Instagram or something?
Yes. I'm very sure.
Alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up mine. But yeah. So let's paste it real quick. You have an outro.
Oh.
No?
I feel like I need to come up with one.
Not necessarily. It's not like you're on this
No,
show every week.
I know.
But yeah, anyways, I platonically love you, my donut batch, and see you in the future to come. Bye!